kami, nung pinapalaki kami, work with what you have muna. And then see where it goes. So start small, and then pag nag-succeed, doon mo na tingnan yung possibilities mo. So, ano ba dapat ang nire-risk for me? Ako, ang personal view ko is, you risk something that's not going to destroy your life. Kung ano man yun, ikaw na makasagot doon. Kasi hindi ko alam buhay mo eh. Yung hindi masisira buhay mo.
Totoo yun. Yung parang pag nag-umpisa ka, kahit mawala yan, makakabangon ka.
Oo.
Pag ang sagot mo, hindi ka na makakabangon at mahirap makabangon.
Huwag mong gawin. Huwag mong gawin. Everyone needs a fallback option eh. Kahit sabihin na natin yung fallback mo sobrang mas maliit, kaso buhay ka, sabi mo nga, kayang bumangon, pwede na yun. When you make decisions, so hindi lang naman ikaw yan eh. May mga ibang stakeholders, may ibang kasali. Dapat lahat win-win. Lamang ka, lamang sila. Parehong objective nyo as much as possible na meet. But I always think na, okay, kailangan ba laging number one pag nag-business ka? Kailangan ba? So eventually, I approached my dad and I asked him, kailangan ba ako talaga yung mag-top agad? Sabi niya, alam mo, to be honest, hindi. it takes time. It takes time. You have to properly understand it. Sometimes it doesn't work your way. But if you talaga put all your effort in, you try to be number one. You try to be the best. And then you try to bring everyone with you. And that's also another thing I learned from them. Pag entrepreneur ka, 24/7, yung utak mo gumagana. Kailangan lagi kang ready eh. Even during a meal, pag may tumawag, parang, sorry, I have 10 minutes, kailangan kita kausapin. Ganun talaga eh.
So, ang ibig mo sabihin, kung papasok ka sa isang bagay na hindi mo alam, kumuha ka ng magaling.
Yes.
So, dapat isama mo na sa puhunan mo as part of your capex.
Be willing to
Invest. May pera sa tubig. Uy, grabe. Alam nyo ba na talagang pwede kayong kumita at pwede talaga kayong yumaman sa pagbebenta lang ng tubig? Ha? Paano nangyari yan? Today, may makakausap tayo isang very young entrepreneur na siya po ang itawag na President and CEO of Water Philippines and then also the President of JCI Manila. Let us welcome, syempre sa ating program, Mr. Kalel Gosing Chan. Yes!
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Kalel!
Good afternoon. Kamusta ka ngayon?
Yeah, doing good. Really such an honor and pleasure. And the reason why nakilala ko si Kalel because of his father. Si father na si Josiah. Oo, si Josiah Go. Na talagang bata pa ako, pinapanood ko na siya eh. Wag mo sabihin na. Wag mo sasabihin. No, I really look up to him because we consider Josiah Go as the father of marketing or marketer here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So you growing up, I just want to know. Siyempre, Josiah is Chinese, di ba? And you're half Chinese. And then, yun nga, growing up to have a Chinese father, how does it look like? Parang yung dynamic sa family.
So, my dad and the family dynamics, no? Ano kami, very modern kami. We're not very traditional yung pupunta sa temples and everything. Maraming mga traditional na ginagawa sa bahay. Hindi naman. We're very modern. Kumbaga, we're very practical about things. We're siguro more Filipino, more Western than we are on certain extents, no? Culturally, syempre, gets pa rin natin ang Chinese culture. Kailangan natin sundan yan. But growing up, my dad, my mom, sa aming magkakapatid, they were pretty much, try nyo to, do what you want, figure out what you want to do, and then let us know how we can help you.
Wow. So, in other words, they're very supportive.
Yes.
Siyempre, si papa mo, di ba, medyo traditional eh. Yung ano niya, siyempre as Chinese, ano naman sa palagay mo ang Chinese na culture na ituro sa'yo nung bata ka?
Actually, medyo nakakatawa to. Medyo napag-usapan natin ng konti kanina. Medyo frugal din ako sa when it comes to buying a lot of purchases, no? The only thing I spend on na medyo willing out to spend on talaga is food. Kasi minsan ka lang kumain sa isang araw. Kailangan masarap. But in terms of branded clothes, watches, cars, everything, we're not really into that as a family. So, minsan nakikita ko ng mga tao, as in plain shirt lang talaga, as in joggers lang, tapos normal na sneakers, nothing, no frills. As in, what's comfortable, yun na yun. We don't like being too extravagant, we don't like being too loud. So that's something I got from my dad.
Talaga? Nung ikaw lumalaki ka, nakita mo na ba yung family mo medyo progressive na o talaga nagsimula talaga sa wala?
Sa alam ko, growing up, medyo okay na kami. It was because I'm the youngest of 4.
Okay.
The difference between ages namin, 4 years. So, yung kuya ko, 8 years older than me. Nung time na yun talagang starting pa talaga.
Okay.
Nung padating na sa akin, ang joke nga lagi ng parents ko, nagre-restaurant na kami.
Oh.
So medyo okay na. But still, I understood the value of money because I saw how hard they would work. I saw how much time they would spend in the office. I would, actually as a kid, nasa office din ako eh. Kausap ko yung mga distributor, nakikipaglaro ako sa mga anak din nila.
Ilan taong ka nun?
Probably 7, 8, 6, gano'n.
Amazing.
Sinasama na nila ako sa office.
Amazing.
Tapos minsan, pinapakilala ako sa warehouse. napakilala ako sa mga ibang office. So yung mga treasury staff, kilala ko, sa credit, ganun.
Guys, makikita nyo na talaga, no, as a Filipino-Chinese, no, parang naka-ingrain na sa culture, na talagang yung na mindset ba, anak, aral ka mabuti para pagdating ng panahon, di ba, negosyo ka. Was that also inculcated in your, as part of your family,
Medyo mas madali. Because in school, you would have, di ba, mga homework, parang, ask a business owner, ask an entrepreneur, what they think about business. And I very specifically remember, I was mga grade 6.
Okay.
Grade 6. One of my interviews for my dad was, why do you do business? What's the goal? Blah, 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 blah. And I remember his answer was, I'm in business to provide for my family.
Okay.
And my goal is to be number 1. Kung hindi ako magiging number 1 sa ginagawa ko, bakit ko pa siya gagawin? And I always remembered that.
Ano yung naging impact sa'yo nung sinabi niya yun?
Nung time na yun, actually hindi ko pa masyadong gets. But I always think na, okay, kailangan ba laging number 1 pag nag-business ka? Kailangan ba? This was before Sun Cellular. So, nung time na yun, Sun Cellular, ang plano nila, maging number 3. Which was very different, no? But lagi ko iniisip na, okay, so kung may ginawa ako, kailangan ako ba yung best agad? So eventually, I approached my dad and I asked him, kailangan ba ako talaga yung mag-top agad? Sabi niya, alam mo, to be honest, hindi. It takes time. It takes time. You have to properly understand it. Sometimes it doesn't work your way. But if you talaga put all your effort in, you try to be number 1. You try to be the best. And then you try to bring everyone with you. And that's also another thing I learned from them. So both my parents, whenever you're at an advantage, no, you try to bring people up with you, with your advantage. Hindi lang ikaw.
So, going back, yung sinasabi mong number 1, ang parang mindset pala niya, ibigay mo yung best mo.
Yes.
Di ba? Kasi sa totoo lang, ang hirap talaga when you compare yourself with others, eh.
Yes.
Di ba? Yung parang you feel, number 1, advantageous kasi above ka. Or number 2, you feel sad because you're below.
Yes.
Ang pinaka-best niyan talaga, one thing that I've learned, Kalel, is to compare yourself with yourself, eh. Compare yourself from last year to this year. Nag-improve ka ba?
Yes.
So if you improve, you did really well. And then number 2, yung ang ganda ng philosophy na yan, yung hilaan tayo pataas. Kasi yung culture natin, di ba?
Not always, sir.
Oo, di ba? Pag may nakikitang minsan umangat, ano ginagawa? They tend to criticize.
Yes.
Yun ba yung nakita mong support din from your parents and from your peers nung nag-uumpisa ka ba?
Another thing I always hear from my parents kasi is when you make decisions, so hindi lang naman ikaw yan, eh. May mga ibang stakeholders, may ibang kasali. Dapat lahat win-win. Lamang ka, lamang sila. Parehong objective nyo as much as possible na may meet. So growing up, parang yun yung lagi ko naririnig, lagi ko nakikita. And both of my parents, both my mom and my dad, mahilig sila magkwento over dinner, over lunch. Na, uy, si ano, ganito, medyo nagka-problema kami, but we solved it this way. So nagkaka-ideas ako, okay, so you can solve things through collaboration, di ba? Through partnerships. Instead of, kumita ako, siya hindi, okay na ako dun. Alam mo yung mga ganong philosophies. Growing up, yun yung talagang napag-uusapan namin sa bahay.
Pero ito yung very interesting also, no? It's very, yung cultural na every time, yung discussion, especially about finance, business, is over the dinner table.
In our case kasi, feeling ko sobrang busy kasi ng dad ko. So the only time na nakakausap niya talaga kami ng masinsinan is over a meal. Kasi that's the only time na he's not actually working.
Yeah. At saka, it's a very, parang Kalel siguro, yung very cultural sa Chinese also, na doon, di ba? Kasi yung mga iba, madalian ang kain, eh. Para umalis na agad, para tapos na. Pero pagka you sit down, you discuss, ibang klase yon.
Yeah. And another thing I realized kasi, so we're both entrepreneurs, we understand this. Pag entrepreneur ka, 24/7 yung utak mo gumagana. You know, kailangan lagi kang ready, eh. Even during a meal, pag may tumawag, parang, sorry, I have 10 minutes, kailangan kita kausapin. Ganun talaga, eh.
So talking about your entrepreneur journey, can you bring us back? Kung maalala mo, ilang taong ka talaga nagsimula?
So sa Waters Philippines, nung sumama ako sa family business, I was 22, 23. But my first business was in 2017, so I was 25. 24, 25. Nag-open ako ng cafe na social enterprise. Nag-open ako ng barbershop, single malt whiskey bar sa Cebu. And then that has led to multiple things na.
Yeah, pero naalala mo nung bata ka, nagbenta ka ba? Or,
Actually meron.
Yun yun eh.
Meron.
Sige, kwento mo muna yung part mo.
Alam mo yung water jug, di ba? So yung malaki. May mom, yung ice kasi namin, wala kaming ice maker. So yung naka-plastic. So yung buong plastic nilalagay sa water jug. So yung tubig nilalagay mo, lagi malamig. Pag bata ka, ang sarap ng malamig na tubig. So ang daming nakikiinom.
Saan?
Na klasiko.
Saan?
Sa Lasal Green Hills to.
Okay.
So na-realize ko, teka, tubig ko to nauubos
Hmm.
So I started, to deter people. I wasn't actually planning on making money. To deter people, I started charging, kung inom kayo, bigyan nyo naman ako coins.
Oh.
Pang pangbayad. Sila parang, sige, game! Tapos inom sila. Minsan sinusulit nila, okay lang. So I would make maybe 40 to 50 pesos per day. Just on that. Malaki na yun mga
Oo.
2000s
Oo.
Especially for a student. Laki yun.
Oo.
Tapos, ang hindi nila, siguro hindi na rin nila naisip, sinulit ko lang talaga yung yellow, i-refill ko dun sa water fountain.
Tama.
Kasi kailangan ko rin uminom.
Siyempre.
So, inom ako, tapos refill ko ulit. So, lagi siyang puno.
Mm.
That's one. Tapos, another thing that I did, kapag estudyante ka kasi, dami naghihiram ng pera, daming humingi ng papel.
Nagpapautag.
Hindi ko ginawa yun. Dami nang hihiram ng ballpen din.
Oo.
Diba?
Nagbenta
So,
ka?
ang ginawa ko, nagbenta ko ng ballpen.
Okay.
So, yung isang beses, yung driver ko, tsaka yung mom ko, nasa Divisoria, may mga binili.
Mm.
Sabi ko, pacheck nga magkano ballpen siya, kumura. Tapos may mga ballpen doon, mga 4 pesos, 5 pesos. Pag bata naman, hindi naman lalam yung totoong presyo ng mga ballpen. Kung alam lang nila, kailangan nila ng ballpen on the spot. So, pagdating sa akin, binibenta ko siya 20.
Grabe.
Tapos yung nakakatawa, wala pa akong puhunan. Kasi libre ng nanay ko yun. Libre ng nanay ko yun. So I made pretty good money for a while on those two things for a few years.
Yeah, pero ang kagandahan kasi dyan, nung kumita ka na, nagkaroon ka ng parang exposure.
Yes.
And then feel, okay pala to.
Yes.
Actually, ito lang bigyan kitang background, no? I started my sales career when I was age 12.
Wow.
Yeah. I sold toilet papers, and yun nga, pants, shoes, and shirts. Talagang, and actually, prior to that, alam mo paano ako na-expose talaga sa pagnenegosyo? I think kindergarten.
Baka kinder,
Kindergarten na. Pinagbenta kami, lahat ng mga students. Ako, binenta ko fruits. Tapos, we sold and we collect through paper money. Ang pinakamaraming paper money can buy toys.
Wow.
In exchange, ako yung pinakamarami. So, nakabili ako ng toy.
Nice.
So, ever since that time, talagang sabi ko, gusto kong magnegosyo talaga. Kaya nga yung mga in-interview ko parati, hindi lang sila naging entrepreneur just because meron ng early exposure. And then, hindi mo napapansin. Kala mo, 20 years old ka nag-umpisa. Nag-umpisa ka pa nung bata ka pa.
Actually, nung tinanong mo, na-realize ko rin bigla na tama, bata pa lang ako nagbebenta na ako ng kung ano-ano.
Oo, kasi ang hirap din kasi pagka, yun nga, yung parang may kasabihan, kung ano yung nakaugalian mo nung bata ka, yan ang magiging direction mo eh. So, now, let's talk about yung mga businesses. Nung nag-umpisa ka ng business, was it your own capital? You raise your own capital?
Yeah. So,
Paano ginawa yun?
nung nag-graduate kasi ako, may 1-year internship ako sa US. So I worked with the Four Seasons Hotel and Resorts. The nice thing kasi sa internship sa US, may bayad.
Oh.
So you're considered normal worker. No, so the service charge, everything, you get the normal one. Tips. Tip mataas sa US, di ba? Food and beverage ako. I was in the steakhouse. And how I got there in the first place is I passed the interview, tapos I told my parents, "Oy, parang gusto kong gawin to. Can I try this?" And they paid for everything. They paid for the placement, they paid for the flight. So at the end of the 1 year, so nakaipon ako. No support yan from my parents. As in, I lived alone.
That's good.
Rent, everything, ako bahala.
Galing.
Pinapaikot ko lang yung pera what I had. No? So nakaipon ako ng 500K.
Ilan taon ka nun?
I was 21.
Wow.
Nakaipon ako ng
Amazing.
500K.
Amazing.
I was taking double, triple shifts.
Baka isipin ito lang mga nakikinig at nanonood. Yung ini-interview mo naman, masyado naman privilege yan, anak mayaman yan eh. Oo nga, pinadala nga siya doon in terms of, yun nga, paid for. Pero after that, wala nang support kasi self-supporting ka na. At
Yes.
21 years old.
Yes. So laundry, pagkain, utilities, rent, yung pag-commute sa work, everything. Everything. Ako na yun.
So 1 year ka doon, kailan ka bumalik dito? 22 ka na.
22 na.
So at 22, ano na ginawa mo?
22, I was looking for work. Yung problema, mas malaki kinikita ko sa US kaysa sa mga rates dito. So, my dad said, sige, I'll give you an offer. Dito ka muna sa Waters. Trabaho ka, half day. Half day lang. Kaso deliverables mo buong araw. Ikaw na bahala paano magagawin yun. Ang pakiusap ko lang, yung other half ng day, I want you to get into an organization. I want you to network. I want you to learn from other people also.
Wow.
And that's how I got into JCI Manila.
Sige, before we go to JCI Manila, I want you to explain ano ba talaga yung Waters. Kasi may
Sure.
nakikinig, hindi
Sure.
naman nila alam ano yung Waters eh.
Sure. So, Waters Philippines is the leading home water purification company in the Philippines. We've been around for 29 years. Ano kami? Keeping you healthy while saving you money. So, laki ng matitipid nyo sa aming tubig kung ito ang ginawa niyong, tawag namin home water refill station. Kasi standalone water purifier siya. Tapos, mineral, alkaline, and purified.
Alam mo ito, ako syempre, ako naman si Mr. Iponario. Very matipid din ako. Kinumpute ko na yun. Kinumpute ko na kasi I buy 20 pesos per 5
Container,
gallon
yeah.
or 25 gallons. 25 pesos. Ilan ako consume namin per week. Kinumpute ko na.
Yeah.
Ang laki talaga ng ano.
Yep.
So actually, I also have a unit. Ano lang, gravity lang. Lalagay
Gravity
mo.
lang.
Walang
No
kuryente,
electricity.
walang lahat. So, yun ang water. So, yun nga, nung nagtatrabaho ka na, tapos, pina-network ka.
Yes.
Oo. Ano yung nakuha mo naman? When you say network, ano yung parang perception mo sa network? Ano ibig sabihin nun?
To be honest, I was open to anything at that point in time. Kasi, hindi ko naman alam gusto kong gawin eh. But kaka-graduate ko lang, I knew I wanted to be in F&B, but I knew na maybe not in the Philippines kasi sakto lang naman. So I was open to doing whatever my dad told me to do. So my view on networking at that point in time was, just keep meeting people, try to open doors, try to see what opportunities are there, and then if I can learn from them, even better.
So, dito ka pumasok sa JCI at
Yes.
what age?
21, 22 din.
Wow. So, dito nakakilala ka ng mga...
People plus 10 ng age ko. As in, iba sa kanila established entrepreneurs na. Yung iba may pamilya, yung iba wala. Yung iba, anak ng conglomerates.
Anong natutunan mo sa mga taong na nakakasama mo?
Isa sa mga pinamalaking bagay na lagi kong sinasabi about my journey in JCI is that it really accelerated my growth. Imagine being a 22, 23, 24-year-old working with someone 35, 36, 37. No? Meeting people such as Toby's Sports, no? Si Toby Claudio, sila Billy Vicencio, the Flying V, and other brands, no? Getting to work with them and understanding how they do things. Na-absorb mo lahat yan eh. So, I was a very mature young adult, no? At 23, 24. How they strategize, how they execute, how they manage people, how they make sure na they get the results they need. Kumbaga lahat yan, dahil sa exposure, medyo na-absorb ko.
So, in other words, yung parang dapat pagdaanan mo yung mga pagkakamali at yung mga pagkakamali nila, naiwasan mo.
Actually, hindi ko masasabing naiwasan ko completely. Kasi minsan you have to actually experience it eh.
Yes.
To remember na, oo nga pala, dapat hindi ko ginawa yun. And I can learn for the better. No? So, but kumbaga, may mga bagay na nakita ko na agad. Like, as you mentioned, na they didn't do it well. It didn't work like that. Okay, I'm gonna avoid doing it like that.
Tama. You can learn from others people's mistake, di ba?
Yes.
Pero syempre, again, may nakikinig na naman na grabe naman. Syempre, JCI, yung mga ganyan, pang mga mayayaman lang eh. Paano naman kami kung kami nakatira kami sa Tondo? Yung exposure namin, yung environment namin, paano na yun?
Alam mo, ano siya eh, any volunteer work, kasi JCI is volunteer work eh. Any volunteer work will get you the same results eh.
Paano?
Kasi kumbaga kapag tumutulong ka for example sa church mo, tumutulong ka sa school mo, tumutulong ka sa organization, meron kang association for example, or kahit sa pamilya mo, ikaw nag-organize ng events, ikaw nag-i-ensure na, uy, yung cake ni mama dumating na ba? Mga ganyang bagay, hindi mo alam na lahat yan event management eh, na pwede mong matutunan. Basta lagi kang tumutulong, lagi kang nagvo-volunteer. So, it's not necessarily always just the organization. Kasi I understand, tama ka, hindi lahat ay makakapasok sa kahit anong org na gusto nila. But, putting yourself out there and looking for volunteer work is already a big thing.
Actually, alam mo, nung sinabi mo yun, naalala ko tuloy na nag-volunteer ako. Alam mo, kanina ako nag-volunteer?
Saan?
Kay Francis Kong.
Oh.
For 6 months, I carried his bag, I did his PowerPoint. Sa lahat ng mga speaking engagement niya, kasama ako.
Wow.
So I assisted him for 6 months. And that is where I learned. Natuto ako paano mag-communicate, public speaking, lahat. He was the one who encouraged me to write my first book. That was the year 2008.
Nice.
And because of that, yung volunteerism ko, natuto ako, na-impart sa akin. It started my career right now as a communicator.
Nice.
Kaya nga guys, yung mga taong nakikinig, no, hindi lang yan. Sa organization, sa barangay nyo, mag-volunteer ka. Kasi ang problema, honestly, ang problema, kasi yung mindset natin, ba't ako magkatrabaho na walang bayad? Magkano sa sweldo?
Yep.
Pag ganun ka mag-isip,
Kailangan mag-improve ka as a person din kasi para lumaki yung capability mo, mas malaki yung makuha mong potential payment sa gagawin mo.
oo, hindi dapat lahat transactional eh.
Oo.
'Di ba? Ang goal mo is develop relationship.
Yes.
Magbigay ka, 'di ba? Mag-contribute ka. Babalik 'yan eh. Alam mo yung natutunan ko kay Francis Kong. Grabe. Yung returns,
For sure.
what I have right now as a brand, as a communicator, as a book author, wala. It's priceless. So would you say right now, because of your involvement din sa JCI, maraming mga pagkakataon na nagbukas din para sa iyo?
Yes. So, kung nasan tayo ngayon,
Oo nga.
this is a pretty big bar and restaurant in BGC. Medyo prime location tayo. Corner tayo ng major streets, no? So, I wouldn't get this opportunity without JCI. Kasi yung partners, mostly JCI yan. Yun nga, na-mention kong cafe. Nung nagsimula ako, na-mention kong barbershop. Magkaibang partners yan, kasi JCI din pareho.
Oh, sa may partners ka, hindi ka lang mag-isa.
Yes, yes. So,
Okay.
yung sa Cebu, for example, hindi naman ako taga Cebu eh.
Oh,
Taga Manila ako.
Oh.
Naghanap kami ng taga JCI Cebu
wow.
na local partner na mapagkakatiwalaan namin, na kilala namin, na alam namin magaling. So, more or less, anywhere we go, may makakonect sa amin na kilala namin. And that's a big thing for us. Meron pa ako isa pang business, JCI also. Ano kami? Blood testing, blood chem, blood composition for the poorest of the poor. So we work with the government and we keep a low profile, no? Because we work with mostly politicians, even though we're politically agnostic. Basta sa amin, matulungan namin yung taong bayan to get their first ever checkup. Ang dami namin na check-up na never pa na check-up buong buhay nila, 80 years old na. No? First time nila makita blood results nila through JCI.
Kasi in JCI, kasi it's non-profit eh. Ang parang siyang Lions Club, mga ganon, di ba? Na gustong tumulong talaga sa mga kapuspalad. So right now, ito lang, kung tatanungin kita, syempre, as young as you are, di ba, nagpapatakbo ka na ng negosyo ngayon. Kung meron kang isang malaking pagkakamali na ginawa mo sa buhay mo, ano yung hindi na dapat na nila ulitin?
Noong 2019, may tinry kaming gawin ng dad ko na business. Meron kaming produkto kasi yung detox machine namin. Tinry namin gawing full business, tingnan namin kung kaya ang i-servitize. Tapos tinry namin magpasok ng ibang service na actually hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin ginagawa sa Pilipinas masyado. Ako, this was going to be my first entry into the retail world, especially in a mall. No? Mall, ang mahal ng renta. So, hindi ka
Tama.
pwede magkamali.
Tama.
So, maybe I underestimated the whole thing. We lost a lot of money kasi, to be honest, I'm not the best person in retail kasi ang alam ko is food and beverage tsaka direct selling, which is Waters Philippines.
Okay.
Wala rin ako masyadong alam dun sa bago namin gagawing produkto, which sabihin ko na, which is the float machine.
Ano yung
Sensory deprivation. So, ang mangyayari doon kasi, higa ka lang. Tapos magpa-float ka sa tubig. Sa dami ng salt sa tubig, magpa-float ka naturally.
okay.
Tapos nasa parang dome ka.
Okay, yeah.
It speeds up recovery, gives you mental acuity, all of these things. No? I was not an expert on it because, again, I didn't do the proper research for it. On the other hand, I also underestimated how hard it was to look for people. Yung staffing. Ang hirap pala ng staffing.
Tama.
Na kailangan mo rin i-standardize yung kanilang experience. No? So for me, I thought I was better than what I actually was. No?
Ilang
So
taon ka nun?
I was 27. 28.
Yun eh. Actually, kanina nga, guys, kausap ko rin si Steve C. He was 20 plus years old. And then nasa, naman yan, naka-record naman. Because of his, yun nga, he felt that he knows it all. Because of one bad decision, he was in debt of 32 million.
Yeah.
Yun, 32 million. Kaya nga, importante, no? Yun nga, alam mo, picking up from what you just mentioned, and I hope nakapulutan natin ng aral to, yung mga taong nakikinig ngayon. Can I safely say that you should never get into something that you do not understand?
Yes.
Pag hindi mo naintindihan, naunawaan, kahit maganda ang pagkakataan, nakita mo maganda opportunity, huwag mong pasukan.
Yung learning curve kasi hindi mo alam gaano katagal. And kung limited ang resources mo,
Lalo na.
mahirap yun.
Oo.
So, either maghanap ka ng expert na makakatulong sa'yo, sabihin nating mahal, sige. But at the end of the day, hindi ka naman malulugi bigla kasi natulungan ka agad. Yung learning curve mo lumiit eh.
So, ang ibig mo sabihin, kung papasok ka sa isang bagay na hindi mo alam, kumuha ka ng magaling.
Yes.
So, dapat isama mo na sa puhunan mo as part of your capex.
Be willing to
Invest.
invest in that, for sure.
Para sa mga taong gusto mag-umpisa ng negosyo, Huwag kang papasok sa isang negosyo na hindi mo alam. Kung gusto mong pasukan sa negosyo, kumuha ka at isama mo na sa puhunan mo ang pag-hire ng mga taong magagaling na makakatulong sa iyo. Now, itong question ko. Siyempre, may mga iba natatakot na mag-umpisa ng business. How would you know na, okay, I should take this risk, willing ako to take this risk? Ano yung amount of risk na pwede nilang i-expose?
For me kasi ganito rin ako pinalaki ng magulang ko. Kami, we spend money that we have.
Okay.
So, kami, wala kaming utang, wala kaming Kasi yung dad ko, nung bata siya, nagkautang siya.
Ay, yeah, I told the story.
Nalugi siya.
Grabe
No?
yun.
It was a very, again, also another funny story.
Oh.
Kasi he didn't tell my mom. and eventually, nung wala na, sabi niya, Chiki, which is my mom's name. Ito yung nangyari. My mom was like, I guess kailangan na lang natin kitain ulit. Which it was a very supportive answer.
Grabe, no?
Kasi wala na magagawa nandyan eh. No, so kami, nung pinapalaki kami, work with what you have muna. And then see where it goes. So start small, and then pag nag-succeed, doon mo na tingnan yung possibilities mo. So, ano ba dapat ang nire-risk for me?
Oh.
Ako, ang personal view ko is, you risk something that's not going to destroy your life. Kung ano man yun, ikaw na makakasagot doon. Kasi hindi ko alam buhay mo eh. Yung hindi masisira buhay mo.
Totoo yun. Ang in principle na ito, guys, these are valuable lessons. And I hope you appreciate this. Yung parang pag nag-umpisa ka, kahit mawala yan, makakabangon ka.
Oo.
Pag ang sagot mo, hindi ka na makakabangon at mahirap makabangon.
Huwag mong gawin. Huwag mong gawin. Everyone needs a fallback option eh. Kahit sabihin na natin yung fallback mo sobrang mas maliit, kaso buhay ka, sabi mo nga, kayang bumangon, pwede na yun.
Naniniwala ka ba na kailangan may multiple sources of income ang isang tao?
Alam mo, yes. Definitely yes. Especially during the pandemic. So I had other businesses, no? I had the cafe, I had the barbershop. So they both closed during the pandemic.
Exactly.
No? I would not have been able to survive without Waters.
Oh.
No? So, dalawa ko, medyo pinilit namin mag-work. Eventually nagsara. Yung isa, dire-diretso trabaho. So at least ito kumikita. Ito, kahit medyo pababa, hindi ako masyadong kinakabahan. Kasi meron pa ako nito eh. And then now, obviously, I have this bar. I have the medical business. And for me, that allows me to, one, help more people. Kasi as my dad would always mention and my mom would always mention, bring people up with you. Hindi ko magagawa yan kung wala akong resources. Hindi ko ma-share yung time ko, hindi ko ma-share yung expertise ko, hindi ako makabuild ng bagong business. No? And then number 2, meron din naman ako mga personal goals and dreams. And one of the easiest ways of getting there is yun nga, having multiple sources of income.
May cash flow ka.
Para mas may flexibility ako.
Mamaya pag-usapan natin yung personal dreams. Ito naman guys, sana naman ito again kapulutan nyo ng aral. Na kung ikaw ay nagtatrabaho ngayon, di ba? May trabaho kang regular job. Okay yan. Your 9 to 5 will pay your bills. But what you do from 5 p.m. up to 9 p.m. or 5 to 10 p.m. after your work will help you build your dreams. So, kaya nga guys, ito lang nga, yung parang multiple sources of income is a key. Kaya nga, para may plan A, plan B, plan C, and everyone, my staff who are here, I always tell them, kung ang ultimate goal mo lang ay magtrabaho sa akin, sabi ko, you will not get anywhere.
We say the same thing sa Waters, no? Kapag yung mga rank and file namin medyo matagal na. I start talking to them na, baka hindi mo napapansin na, medyo matagal ka na sa position mo. I want you to think about how you can improve, how you can move up, or how you can make more money because I don't want you to be stuck with us.
Oo.
I also want you to grow.
Oo naman.
Lagi namin sinasabi rin yun.
Yun nga yung kagandahan, di ba? Yung parang heart natin na gusto natin sabay-sabay tayong aangat at uunlad eh. Pero syempre, kung aasa ka lang sa akin, I cannot pay you that much. Di ba? It's overhead for me.
Yes.
So right now, let's go to your personal dreams naman. At the age of 31 right now.
31.
Siyempre, kung ano natin, titignan natin sa standard ng society, malayo ka na. Pero again, ang measurement naman, hindi naman with others eh. It's yourself eh. Ano yung talagang plano at gusto mo talagang marating?
Ako, without the specifics pa, I've always wanted to help other people, no? And obviously, we're not at the levels of the major conglomerates, no? So, once we get to that level, marami na tayong mas madaling tumulong at that point, no? So that's one of the things I'm looking at, which is business excellence, no? Having the resources to do that. Second is to do something that, in terms of JCI Manila and sa Waters, no? To do something that hasn't been done in a long time. In Waters Philippines, that means building new channels. Kasi direct selling, multi-level marketing, network business ang Waters Philippines. We have to grow the other channels na para hindi siya sobrang nakarely sa isang bagay.
Tama.
No? And of course, para ma-secure yung growth ng company. Para kung kanino man mapunta in the future sa family namin, at least maalagaan yung pamilya natin.
Okay.
And then sa JCI naman kasi, we're taking a look. I haven't fully decided yet, but we're taking a look at taking a higher position. So JCI Manila is under JCI Philippines, which is under JCI World.
Okay.
And kumbaga, the last JCI World president from JCI Manila was Sunny Belmonte.
Oh,
So napakatagal na.
Filipino.
From the same chapter. So
Okay.
it was Sunny Belmonte pa. So that's another thing I'm looking at. So I don't know.
Yan yung aspiration mo.
But kumbaga, it's not the easiest.
Yeah, I know.
Kasi for sure, you're competing against 200 countries.
Yeah.
But that's the type of competition that I like kasi.
Yeah. Kasi sa totoo lang, pagka nasa, parang position ka na, di ba? It's not for self-entitlement, pero it's more makakatulong ka talaga sa mas maraming tao.
Yung reach mo kasi lalaki. This is another thing I always say because I work in a family business. There's not many opportunities for me to prove myself against other people. Sa family business, ikaw boss eh. Lahat sa'yo makikinig. Kung ano gusto mong gawin, yun yung mangyayari. And you don't know how you fare against other people. What if, for example, nagtrabaho ako sa multinational? Would I get the same results? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Not only
So
that,
I always have that question in my head.
would you also get the same treatment?
Exactly. So, yung aspect na yun, ginagawa ko with JCI Manila na, okay, kaya ko bang gawin nang hindi ako yung may-ari, hindi ako yung boss, hindi
Hindi
yung
ikaw
tatay
CEO.
ko yung founder,
Hindi ikaw COO.
Oo.
Alam mo yung COO?
child of owner. So, alam mo yun, doon ko makita how far can I push myself. Kaya ko ba? Magaling ba talaga ako? O baka naman, yun nga, pinanganak lang ako na swerte. So, lagi kong hinahanap yun.
Alam mo, pinabibilib mo ka. No, kasi not everyone na may ganung drive eh. Di ba? Parang may mga iba sa panahon ngayon. Hindi yung sa mga may kaya. Guys, ito lang Ito baka ma-shock po kayo. May mga iba na kahit na hindi walang kaya, pero yung mga anak nila napaka-komportable sa buhay. Na hindi mo pwedeng utusan.
Yep.
Utusan mo lang ang sagot sa'yo, wait eh. Di ba?
Yep.
So where did you get that drive na talagang you want to prove something, you want to excel? Oo. Saan?
Well, one, kasi nung pumasok ko sa Waters, I realized how much of a genius my father actually is, no? Then, na-realize ko parang, teka lang, a lot of these successes is because he built it talaga. And that's not very easy to do. Nung sinisimulan ko na yung mga entrepreneurship role ko, it's like, wait lang, ang hirap pala nun Hindi pala ganun kadali mag-start up. The continued excellence and the drive for excellence from my parents, both of them, no? I see it every day. So, it's not something I shy away from, no? Growing up, yung grades ko sakto lang, pasado naman. But I wasn't an honor student. And one of the things my mom told me was, Kalel, okay lang ganyan grades mo.
Okay.
Kaso, kung ganyan grades mo, siguraduhin mo may extracurricular ka. Be active. Kumbaga, at least may pambawi ka. Kapag na-interview ka, may skills ka, may experience ka. And at the end of the day, baka lumamang ka pa. And I still believe in that. Extracurriculars ko nung bata ako.
Ano?
I was in the basketball team. I was in the retreat organization. I was in theater. I was in the band club. I was in student council. Sabay-sabay. So, I was doing so many things at the same time. I also had a part-time job pala nung bata ako.
Ano?
I was helping a photographer. Ako yung assistant niya.
Okay.
Ako magsiset up ng lights,
Okay.
dadala ng bag niya.
Oh.
Tutulong ako sa poses, konting plating. So, tulong ako nung
Galing.
bata ako. So, bayaran niya rin ako.
So yung exposure mo doon, I'm sure nakatulong talaga yan sa pagmold ng pagkatao mo ngayon.
Yes. Sa sobrang dami ko ng random na ginawa. Kumbaga parang medyo mas relaxed na ako. Na parang, okay, more or less, na-experience ko na yun. More or less.
Are you single or married?
I'm single.
Oh, at 30,
One.
wala pang plans.
Medyo busy.
Okay guys, single and available.
Medyo busy.
Mag-type na lang kayo sa comment section kung ano. Well, yun nga, siguro, eto lang, let's go to the final part already. Ikaw ba nag-iipon?
Yes, of course.
Nag-iipon ka?
Ang ginagawa ko is, so dalawa yung main na bank account ko.
Okay.
So yung isa, nandun yung credit card. Yung isa, doon ko makikita kung gumagastos ako. Kasi kung ginagalaw ko yung isa, hindi ko nakaipon. So, dapat yung credit card account ko, so doon pumapasok yung ibang sources of income ko, dapat umiikot yun.
Okay.
Tapos may nalilipat dapat ako. Kung walang nalilipat, may mali sa ginagawa ko.
So, si Kalel ba nag-i-invest?
This year, not so much. The past few years, yes.
Mm.
So, tulungan kami ng parents ko. So, hati-hati, no? Meron tayong mga stocks, meron tayong mga bonds, meron tayong real estate.
Okay.
Meron tayong businesses.
So kung para sa mga taong nakikinig at nanonood kayo, kung meron lang isa lang isang pipiliin na investment na talagang nag-profit sa lahat ng pinili nyo, ano yung pipiliin mo para sa kanila?
Medyo biased to kasi I came in Waters as a second generation na, no? But I truly believe that without Waters Philippines, our family would not be where it is right now.
So business.
So business.
Totoo yun. Ito lang FYI, no? I will agree with Kalel. Kung gusto mo talagang kumita ng mas madali, negosyo talaga. Di ba? Lahat naman eh.
Nandun yung volume eh.
Nandun eh. Kaya guys, ito yung challenge ko sa inyo. Sikapin nyo una matutong magnegosyo. Huwag nyo isipin kung ano ibebenta nyo. Huwag nyo isipin kung ano papasukin nyo. Kasi that's the wrong parang premise na I want to get into business. Parang if you say you want to get into business but you don't know how to run a business, what will happen? Parang sinasabi mo, I want to drive a car.
Kaso ayaw mo matuto.
Pero hindi ka marunong. And then what will happen if you drive a car? Ano mangyari?
Wala, magka-crash ka.
Ganon din. Pag nagnegosyo ka
Ganon.
na hindi mo alam, malulugi.
Actually, recently,
Oo.
may kausap ako eh. So may nagbago sa buhay niya. Maraming nagbago sa buhay niya. Tapos kinonvince ko siya na, alam mo, just open a small franchise first. Get the feel of running a business.
Tama.
See how they can help you operate, di ba? At least medyo mas may idea ka. Yung standards and everything. And ngayon, ang laki ng growth niya as a leader, as a business person, di ba? So, that's another way of looking at it. Kailangan mo mag-practice talaga eh.
Tuto muna eh.
Oo.
Matuto eh. Kasi ganun din naman eh. Yung franchise is the best, you know why? Parang yan eh, di ba, nag-drive ka. Hindi ka naman iiwanan ng,
Yes.
teacher. He will teach you first eh.
Yes.
Papakita sa ito yung gagawin mo.
Yes.
Tapos ikaw na mag-drive. Di ba?
Tapos sasabihin niya sa'yo eh, na
Oo.
parang, medyo tumataas yung order mo nito ah. Ibig sabihin malakas yan. For your next order, damihan mo na.
Yeah.
Tapos parang, ito hindi gumagalaw. Kailangan mong gawan ng paraan yan ha. I-promo mo, ilagyan mo ng poster, lagyan mo ng exposure, di ba? Mga ganun. So, may mag-guide sa'yo paano gawin.
So guys, kung gusto nyo talagang magsumubok na magnegosyo, na talagang may magtuturo sa'yo, try franchise. However, kailangan yung franchise may support. Hindi lang
Yes.
bibenta ka ng franchise, bahala ka na.
May mga franchise kasi na hindi maganda yung back-end,
Oo.
hindi maganda yung training.
Tama.
No? So, kailangan reputable.
So right now, since ikaw ay nag-iipon, mag-iipon challenge tayo, Kalel. I don't know kung alam mo na to. Ito ay trending na trending sa TikTok. It's called Ipon
Nakikita ko
Cards.
minsan.
Talaga? So I want you to choose a card. Choose a card.
Ito na lang, nasa pinakaharap.
Yan. Pili ka.
Ayan.
Basa.
No eating out challenge. Nako!
Pailig ko ba ito?
Bawal munang kumain sa labas at magpa-deliver ng food. Ang amount na matitipid mo ang ihuhulog mo ngayong araw sa Ipon Box. Kaya, kasi nagluluto ako eh.
Oh, sige. Isa pa.
Sa harap na rin, para madali. 500 pesos challenge. Maghulog lang ng 500 pesos sa iyong Ipon Box para magawa mo ang Ipon Challenge.
Yan. So every day or every other day, parang it's a game lang, 'di ba? People can pick, 'di ba? And then you challenge yourself. That's yours already.
Nice, thank you. Actually, yung
Yeah.
Ipon Box, yung kinwento ko na tinulungan ko mag-set up ng franchise, may Ipon Box siya.
Ha?
Siya yung una kong kinwentohan na, mag-uusap kami ni Shinkitan mamaya may interview. Sabi niya, uy, kwento mo yung Ipon Box ko. Sabi ko, sige.
Ang galing naman.
So, natulungan siya nun.
Oh, syempre yung parating sinasabi ko kailangan yung unang puhunan mo, mas maganda ipunin mo, huwag mo utangin. Kasi pag nautang mo yan, nagkamali ka, nalugi ka, magbabayad ka pa ng interest. At least pag nalugi ka, 'di ba? Pera mo lang, wala kang babayaran na interest.
Ganun.
Now, what can you give as an advice naman right now? Syempre, yung mga anak ng mga COO or child of the owner na ngayon comfortable ang buhay, nakukuha na yung gusto, yung parang walang drive. Ano masabi mo sa kanila?
For me, kasi, the main reason meron akong drive, no, is because I don't want to rely so much on my parents. I want to be able to have the same story as my dad and eventually be a better person, no? Be a better entrepreneur, have more success in the future. And I'm sure my dad would be happy if I would be able to do that because he also supports me there. So for me, ang number one advice ko talaga, stay hungry.
Hoy.
Huwag kang mag-relax, you know? Huwag kang mag-settle kung ano meron mo ngayon. At the end of the day, it's not just about you. Ang totoong success is gaano kadaming tao yung nadala mo with you.
Grabe, alam mo, Josiah, if you're watching this right now, I can say you should be proud as a father. You know why? I'm old enough to be your father. How old is your dad?
61.
I'm 59.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah. But I look younger than your father. Hindi, pero you know what? Kasi honestly, no amount of success in business and society can compensate for failure in the family. No amount of success for me if you cannot pass your success to the next generation. And Josiah, congratulations. Job well done. Number one, may sariling drive to. And then what you just mentioned a moment ago is also my mantra. Stay hungry.
Yeah.
Yung 12 years old ako nung walang-wala ako, hanggang ngayon, at my age, and what I have achieved in life, I'm still very hungry.
Yeah.
Yung iniisip ko na, yun nga, nung minsan pagka may staff ako nasasabi, pag nasa public kami, may nagpapapicture sa akin, Sir, kilala ka na. Di ba? Ang dami nagpapicture sa'yo. Sabi ko, I appreciate people coming to me and having a photo with me. But I cannot allow that to get into my head.
Yeah.
Kasi the moment na in-entertain ko yan, baka maging complacent na ako.
Baka mawala pa lahat eh.
Oo. Saka yung comfortable ka na, ay, okay na, naka-arrive na ako. No, kailangan I must always stay hungry. Iisip ko para lang ako nagsisimula.
Saka at that point kasi, at your level especially, kayo yung mga medyo mas successful na, ang dami nakatingin sa'yo eh. Kung hindi ikaw yung magiging role model, sino pa?
At saka yung sinabi mo, yung pinakahuli siguro na take away ko sa session natin na ito is this. Hindi mahalaga kung gaano ka katagumpay sa buhay. Ang mahalaga, ilan ang natulungan mo maging matagumpay. Diba?
Yun ang fulfilling.
Yes, yun eh.
Yun ang mission.
Kaya nga, I'm so proud of mga kaiponarios ngayon na nakikinig at nanonood sa episode natin na ito. Ang hangarin ko talaga, kung ano yung naabot ko, maabot nyo. Kung ano yung kinakain ko, makakain nyo rin. Kung ano yung napuntahan ko na, mapupuntahan nyo rin. Kasi ang sarap ng feeling talaga. Diba? That's the reason why I'm really so proud of you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And
thank you.
by the way, can you please promote and then invite them to visit Waters or
Sure.
Sige, please.
Sure. So, kung naghahanap kayo ng way to save money dahil mga Team Iponaryo, di ba? So, Waters Philippines provides you products that keeps you healthy while saving you money. So, sa presyong 1.57 pesos per liter, may alkaline mineral water ka na. Saan ka pa makakahanap nun?
Grabe.
Pwede nyo kaming hanapin online sa waters.com.ph. Meron kaming office. Pwede nyo subukan ng ating mga produkto. Nasa website na rin naman yun. Lahat ng contact details nandun. At kung naghahanap kayo ng isang leadership development organization, kung saan nyo gusto mag-practice ng risk-free ng inyong leadership skills, gusto nyo mag-network, please let us know at the JCI Manila Facebook page.
Talaga? Ibig sabihin kahit sino pwede mag-apply?
More or less, you can apply. Better kung endorsed para mas may chance.
Okay. Maraming salamat. Sana naman kayo po ay natuto, kayo ay na-encourage, kayo ay na-inspire sa araw na ito. Tatandaan, parati kong sinasabi, tamang karunungan, tamang disiplina po ang susi sa pagyaman.
And if you're looking for a wonderful place to get lost in, Electric Garden is the most elegant place in BGC right now. Beautiful French-Japanese fusion food. Napakasarap po na pagkain dito. Meron po tayong immersive dining room na puro projectors po natin. So if you're looking for a one-of-a-kind experience, hindi mo feel na nasa Manila ka, feeling mo nasa abroad ka, please visit Electric Garden in BGC.